Welcome to Insights with Thomas Caldwell on Thursday, June the 4th, 2026. Okay, Tom, the headlines, they have been less shrill these days. So what does that mean? Does it mean that things are improving with the Gulf and Ukraine?
I think it's a whole bunch of things. I think we have a very narrow attention span, and people after a while get tired of hearing of it. We got horrible things going on all over the world, whether it be in the Middle East and the Ukraine. But I think people wear out. And newspapers, they lose their attention. It also all of a sudden ends up in page 4. It doesn't mean that crisis is less. It just means that it's lost our attention, and we go on to whatever the next thing happens to be. And I don't know that that's a bad thing, because you can accommodate only so much bad news. People are getting worn out. The world has gone crazy, and you have Mr. Trump raging through the geopolitical world. So as a consequence, people are confused, and they're negative. So it's good that we just sort of calm down for a little bit and say, okay, what's going to happen next? And I think that's where we're at.
So what do you think about the markets at this time? You look at the U.S. economy. It's doing well. The Canadian economy, not so well. What do you think is important looking at the future?
Well, I always laugh. People say, are we going into an economy? We've had 2 quarters of decline. It could be, might be. No, we've been in a recession for a lot longer than that. It's just the statistics haven't shown it yet. So Canada has a big problem, and we're not really addressing the elephant in the room. Mr. Carney, as you know, is flying around the world doing all these memorandums of understanding, which I think in the previous episode I described as sending a get well card. It doesn't mean anything. The key is if you want to get the Canadian economy moving, you got to cut taxes. And that is not being discussed in the Liberal government. They don't want to do that. That will really get us going. You got to get young people, get entrepreneurs motivated where they can keep more money. And that's the real elephant in the room with the Canadian economy. We've squashed new enterprise and innovation. America celebrates their entrepreneurs. That's why you have all these terrific high-tech companies. But it isn't just the market. It's flow of funds, which I've referred to. I think people are around the rest of the world. How can I protect my purchasing power? And the best way I can do that is in equities, getting away from government, getting away from their bonds, getting into equities. American companies seem to be the ones dominant. That doesn't mean to say everything is rosy in the United States. I think everybody's waiting for a renewal when we get to the midterms. As far as markets go, you really have to look at, there's so much shocks with these big financings coming in. There are trillions of dollars, the Skylink and stuff like that. I think for me, I sort of stand back and let them settle down, because this is new territory. I want to see if the markets can absorb these massive new financings. And if they absorb it, okay, that gives me a green light. But I'm going to sit back and watch that. In the meantime, I look at fundamental stuff. And at the back of my brain, I'm starting to think about gold again, if gold pulls back, because we're still spending money and racking up the debts in Canada and the U.S. So that's sort of looking to the future. But the good news is markets adjust, and we accommodate whatever insanity is going on.
I like that.
I like that too.
Thanks for your insights, Tom.
Thank you very much, Liz.
And thank you all for watching. Bye for now.